Hey guys, what's up? Chris here. I gotta just adjust this camera a little bit. So I'm gonna be taking you guys outside. We're not gonna be doing a video in my office. I'm gonna show you, as I mentioned in the last video, I'm gonna show you, so this is the thermal, and I wanted you to be able to see the gun from the outside and see the stuff from the outside. This is the Tacticam. I'm gonna put this, that's the Allen wrench I'm gonna use to tighten it up. I'm gonna put this on the scopes so you guys can see through them. I'm going to start with one, which I have the DMR3 out there, and that will accommodate the thermal because it's a 50mm objective lens, and this will clip right onto that. And then I'm also going to use the Burris, and then I'm going to show you a less expensive scope. Like I'm going to use the Arkin, and then I'll actually also throw in the Vortex Venom. I have a lot of scopes, but I'm going to focus on two higher end scopes and two less expensive scopes, and let you guys see the clarity you can get for $500. And if you want to go with like really ED glass, like extremely clear glass, I want to show you what you can get in those price ranges, because I have two in the $500 price range that I'm going to use, and two that are, well, one in the $1,500 price range and one in the $2,000 to $2,200 price range. So there's you know a good variety, and you guys will be able to see the difference in clarity. And you'll also, this can be used as a scope only. You can put a different, there's like a rubber eyepiece that goes on here, and this is actually for a thermal. It's a 35mm objective lens, which is big for a thermal, and the resolution is pretty high. This is a AGM Rettler TS25, TS35 384. It's a 35mm objective lens. TC, I'm sorry, not TS. No, it's the TC 35. TC 35 384. So the TS is for scope only. The TC is the clip-on one, which they charge you an extra couple $100 for. So I'm going to take you outside with me. And I've got the gun out there on a tripod because, you know, you're going to see very differently through a high-end scope outside than you will inside. So it would make much sense to do it indoors. I don't have a whole lot of room out here like I would like to for like a longer range view, but we can still do a longer range view. It just won't be a very good view because my shop is in the city. Excuse me, I got a little bit of a cold I'm getting over. So this is on an impact right now. This is the DMR3, and it's on an FX impact, as you can see. And this is actually my new 22 impact. This is the impact that's going to stay at 22. I have the PRS monopod on the other one, rather. And this, I got the Saber Tactical. And I wish I had gotten the Saber Tactical on the other one, because the monopod, honestly, the PRS buttstock itself, I kind of like a little better because it goes around the top and the bottom of your shoulder for offhand shots. But the monopod is way better on Saber Tacticals, and they have a lot more adjustments. Like, for instance, I'm not making a video about monopods, so I probably don't need to go into all this, but I'm going to just show you really quick because I mentioned it. So this is magnetic and comes right off, and it stays on very tightly when it's on. Then you have another adjustment over here that this will push that down. You can go back up and down with it. And then this here is, you just adjust the monopod by turning this dial right there, and it goes down and up, and it works fantastic. It's actually, I mean, you can take it off when you don't want it on, but it's actually a great monopod. They came up with a really good design for that, so got to give credit where it's due. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this on here. I've got the right size cup for this scope, so I'm going to do the Wi-Fi to my phone and see that if it's coming in straight. Hopefully it is coming in straight, because this tripod for this camera is not straight. one of these is not out the right way or something. There we go. Now you guys can see the whole gun. Let me try to focus in a little bit more. Okay, so I'm just putting the Tacticam. That goes to a Wi-Fi app, and you can see through the scope, like through the camera in the scope. And then I'm going to put the thermal on the end of it. I'm going to let you guys see through the scope, and then I'm going to switch over to that video and the thermal as well, and then I'll probably jump back to this and show you a different gun in a different scope, and then another different gun in a different scope. Let's see, Tacticam Wi-Fi. Oh no, that's not Tacticam. They have another one. Which one is it? Tacticam Connect. Okay, 5.0. Connect. Hold that down for a minute. There we go. Why unable to join? It says it's on. Okay, now it should work. I want to make sure that it's straight, because when you're looking through the scope, if you have it turned, you could see a little tilted view of through the scope. Like, see, it's tilted. So I have to, you see in this scope, that's the scope view, and then if I go like this, it'll straighten out. That's pretty straight right there. And I have to also change the diopter, or maybe the parallax will work to get it all the way clear through the camera, because the camera sees it differently than your eye does. So yeah, I'm gonna have to back this off and change the diopter adjustment, because it's not the same as my eye. That kind of sucks. I have to try to do it while I'm holding this. Well, no, that's not to me. That's the camera. I need to see through there. That's not enough. The things we do to get you guys good videos. I'm just actually showing you what I have to do to get you a good video. So I can actually just turn this on, but it doesn't matter because I need to get this diopter right. Alright, that's clear to me. Yeah, it might be a little hard to tell just how high quality the video is through this video, because it's not coming in as clear as I see it. I wonder if maybe I need to clean these lenses or something. Let me try to just do it with my shirt. The scope I would never do that with. The scope, you use scope cleaning lenses, or like the wipe that comes with them, because especially high-end scopes, like, you know, you spend $1,500 on a scope, you better, you know, at least take the time to clean it right. Yeah, that's a little better actually. Alright, so let's just get it. That's pretty straight. Okay. I just started recording that. I didn't want to do that. I just want to take this off the screen. What am I doing there? How do I get this off the screen? I want to zoom in more than that. zoom right there, and then maybe I could take this zoom back to 3.5. And then I get go a little further right there. So like 4.5 power, it gets a full picture. So now I'm gonna look off into the distance this way. I go up off at that tree, but I want to look further, a lot further. I gotta open my gate the rest of the way. Hold on. Alright, now I'll be able to see all the way out. Okay, now I can see off to those trees, which is a pretty good ways away. This app just shit the bed on me. I have to reconnect it again. I don't know why the app just died on me. And then I gotta see what the thermal is gonna look like through here too. So you guys can see it's coming in pretty clear. I don't know how clear that looks there, but you guys will see this actual video, and when you play this video back, it looks clearer than it does on your phone. So let's see how it looks through this. Oh yeah, you can see the thermal for sure. And this thermal has some crazy clear picture for a thermal optic. I mean, any other clip-on I've tried, and I had to buy and return a few before I found a good quality one, and honestly, the price tag should have told me. I just was hoping I could spend a little bit less and get a good quality thermal optic, but you can't really get a good quality thermal optic for less than $3,000. I mean, you can get one, but you're not gonna. And if you don't have, it's kind of like scopes. When you've never looked through a $2,000 scope, you don't realize how much clearer it can actually get. And then you look through a $2,000 scope, and it's spoiled forever because you're never going to see the same through a $500 scope. Okay, so that's all set up. I'm going to start without this first. And I'm going to start recording on the Tacticam, and then I'll mix these two videos together, and then I'll come back to this and do another clip and go to the next gun. But this one I'm going to do the thermal and the view through the scope. So, all right, look forward to seeing you in a minute.